Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs, and welcome to Skrizela, sailing Le Republique. Yes, World of Warships time. We are playing a, what's it called? Ranked battle today. Playing a ranked battle. Obviously our team, we've got a Thunderer, Conqueror, they've got an Ohio Mark, Thunderer, Yamato, Puerto Rico, Stalingrad, Smolensk, Shimkazi, and Holland. And we, of course, have the Republique, which is my new baby. So, new ship in my arsenal. Obviously, I've only just unlocked it, and it's interesting. It's a very different ship. It's sort of, it's not really a jack of all trades, but it's not really master of anything either. It's a very weird battleship. It's got relatively good health. It's pretty tanky. I think it's got the sort of almost the most health of any other battleship at top tier as well. Got sort of 92,000 hit points. You know, when you look at the Conqueror there with 82,000, which is still bloody tanky, it is relatively full of hit points. Armor-wise, not bad. Again, we've got some seriously good armor on board with the Citadel and side plating, so you can defend yourself, and you can bounce shots if you angle correctly. Unfortunately, you don't get a helicopter to play with, despite the fact you've got a helipad, which makes me a sad scree, because I'd love to have a helicopter buzzing around. It would be cool to have the helicopter as a spotter, or an attack helicopter, or even a sonar helicopter for when submarines come out. Could be an interesting idea or an interesting concept. So the Ohio Mark has popped out, and we've got some sights of that. We've just put our engine boost on, of course. French battleships, they are basically all about that top speed. So all about being fast, boys. So we're getting up to our top speed, which was about 30 something odd knots, 31 knots I think with engine boost. So you get a good little bit of boost in that, of course, and you can spool up a bit quicker. Obviously, it's not great for the engines, but you know, that's right. We're only going to use them for a little bit. You have your heel, and then you've just got your repair party, and that's it. It's very simple for the French battleships. There's not much to play with, but you do have bloody big guns with some bloody big armor-piercing rounds. The AP rounds and the HE rounds, of course. So we've got the AP loaded. There is a Yamato there. Hello, Yamato. I keep calling it Yamato, I want to call it Yamato, and I keep making a mistake. I keep having to hit myself on the wrist. So, first shot's out, we get an over-penetration and a ricochet. Great, but we have spotted a few ships, so that's something. So there is a Stalingrad just hidden there, and then a Puerto Rico. So we'll see if we can punish that Stalingrad. He's just in the right place so he can't get Citadel, but we can see if we can possibly get a plunging shot in. The Ohio's firing away as well. 2 over penetrations and a penetration. Not the best. But the Ohio's shots just bounce clean off our armour there. Now, one of the things you'll notice about the Republique is we only have 2 turrets. Yes, we only have 2 turrets, we've only got 8 guns. But the ship is designed quite well, so you can actually get a fairly decent firing arc. And 2 ricochets. Yay! So you can get a really good firing arc with those guns as well, so that's one of the main things about the ship. It has got a good arc of fire, so you can angle quite well with it. It's been nothing but over penetrations and ricochets so far, so that's always fun. The secondary build is absolutely an option on this ship. You've got 10-kilometer secondaries, so you can definitely cause some damage with your secondary guns. So we're just going to camp this island here, and I'm just keeping an eye on what the enemy team's doing. Now, of course, it is a ranked battle, so a few less ships than normal. Ignore that. A few less ships than normal, but they're all rank 10, of course. So it's an even playing field. That's why it's even-ish playing field, as even as you can get. So that Ohio looks like it's going to start pushing. So I think, all right, I'm going to creep around this corner because the Salem is in a bit of a bad spot if he comes blundering around there. The Ohio, of course, has got a relatively good secondary build, relatively tough ship, and it is showing the broadside at the moment. And as a famous World of Warships YouTuber would say, that's a paddling. He got off very lightly there, only 2 penetrations and 1 citadel. So yeah, very lucky there for the Ohio mark, and he is starting to angle as well. So we will just see if we can get that shot on that nice juicy target. Now, if you've noticed, there is a rather large metal Japanese sneaky boy trying to come around behind me and trying to flank. And I've noticed this. I have noticed that there is a Yamato just trying to get behind me here, and that's fine. I mean, you can come behind me if you want, and give me a nice broadside. I will happily take that. So we're trying to get a few more hits on the Ohio. Nothing much coming of that. Just keeping an eye on that Yamato as well, because it's going to come steaming around the corner any minute now. Now, obviously, we don't want to show too much broadside, because that would be bad. The Yamato is still a fairly scary ship to deal with, and the Puerto Rico there as well. Oh, it's just, annoyingly, I just don't have the guns on target to punish that broadside. If I did, that could have been so much fun. But we don't have that opportunity. Okay, the Yamato's coming around. I would edit them out, but I can't be bothered. The Yamato's coming around, and we shot down a plane. So we've got to keep an eye on that. Our Salem's gone down, so unsurprisingly, got caught out there pretty bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to a stop here and start backing her up. So we're going to reverse a little bit here. And this Yamato is about to get a paddling, because this Yamato is showing a broadside to a ship with very large caliber guns. Not just one ship, many ships. So yeah, that was a paddling from me and the Thunderer. The Thunderer, of course, again, very big guns, very good penetration. That Yamato just blunders around the corner without a care in the world, showing broadside, and just goes, yeah, I'll take that. So that's the 3rd citadel of the match, which is not too bad in all honesty, but you would want to have a bit more damage than that usually. A little bit short on the firing on those shots. That could have been a nice hit on that Ohio, but unfortunately we missed out. So somebody calling to cap C. Can't really cap C because it's already capped. And work together. Yep, well, absolutely. I would love for us to work together. There was a Smolensk coming around, and we just landed another citadel on that Ohio. This Smolensk just got so very lucky. My rear turret was not quite clear, and the lovely marker decided to tell me that it was clear. So I fire off those shots, and yeah, as you see, the Smolensk gets unpunished. Lucky git. The Ohio gets very lucky with over-penetrations. Story of my game so far. There's been a fair few over-penetrations, and that's the downside of these guns. They are big guns. They will over-penetrate quite a bit. Obviously, they are a very big, powerful gun, and the Smolensk is just annoyingly over that island, and I can't do anything to punish it. So it's just out of reach, damn it. So close, yet so far away. But the gearing has managed to take out the Puerto Rico. Nice job, gearing.
Engine boost activated.
So we're going to see what we can do. Now, detected by radar, of course, they've got 2 Russian radar cruisers. I think 2 Russian radar cruisers. Stalingrad has radar, I think. I know Smolensk does, but I can't remember what the other one does. The Ohio is still showing broadside, like the rather brazen American that it is. The Stalingrad has been tipped off about our big, fat French arse coming around this corner and is backing the feck up. because it does not want to get hit. The Ohio is busy firing shots at the gearing, who is in a bit of a spot, unfortunately, and the Smolensk is there too. You do not want to be in the range of a Smolensk and a Ohio. Poor little gearing, but he is laying a smoke screen, trying his best to back out of it, get out of the way. If only the gearing turned right and came behind these islands, it could have been a good little run for it. Unfortunately, smoke penalties are still going to be there, and there are two very, very aggressive ships around the corner, and there's an even more aggressive smoke screen. The Ohio, meanwhile, is still shooting broadside because it hasn't learned anything yet from the 3 citadels it's received. Meanwhile, we're showing a citadel to a Russian ship, which is not the best idea. The Ohio finally gets the message that don't show you broadside. The gearing sails into the torpedo. Yep. Smolensk just torpedoed a gearing. You can see where that Smolensk is firing from, so we just do a blind fire, and we're going to start plundering forwards. Now, we're at 892 at the moment, so we have got this won if we all just stay alive. We just need to stay alive right now. Just don't die. Great, we've killed the Howland. Good job, Stalingrad. That's what we want to do. Look, all we have to do is not die. Good game, guys. Just keep alive. That's all we have to do. We've got this. Really good job, guys. Like, awesome work. Congratulating everybody. Pretty happy about this. And seeing the match is going to end any moment, we might as well just creep forwards a little bit. We should be fine, shouldn't we? I mean, oh shit. The Thunderer just died. Ah, that set us back a little bit. Oh, dear. There was a Shimakaze there, and a Smolensk. Oh no, but the Smolensk is showing a broadside. Oh yes, a devastating strike, my friend. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is game, point, and match. Let's head to the end results screen. Okie dokie, so not a bad little game in Le Republique. 3 kills, so happy with that. 6 citadels. Somebody got some serious paddlings for showing their broadside today. 40 hits, of course. We didn't actually get any secondary hits, which is interesting. 4 planes shot down as well with no aircraft carrier. Well, good job. So 500,000 credits. Not a great amount on that one. This wasn't a ranked battle though, so I got some nice rewards as well. So that's always nice. So always nice when you get that. And we finished 2nd out of all, so nearly up there with the gearing. But that was a fun match. 3 kills, I'm happy with that. And they were pretty much earned. The only thing I was worried about there was the Shimakaze. I think I could have gotten the Stalingrad, so yeah, pretty happy with that. That's got me to rank 16, so I feel nice and strong and uber now. So as you can see, we took out the Ohio, the Smolensk, and the Yamato. The Ohio really got a paddle in there, 65k damage. And the Yamato, the Yamato as well. Just thinking it'd sneak around there. And no, my friend, no, you cannot sneak around there because there is a Republique there. Sure, I don't have many guns, but they are big bloody guns. So obviously we've got some damage and bits like that. So we received 99,000 damage. So quite a bit of damage taken. And the end there was getting a little bit touch and go. I was a little bit worried we might have lost that one, in all honesty. Because I was thinking we were in a tiny bit of trouble. So, obviously, it didn't go too poorly. Sorry, you might have heard my voice go up a little bit there. It didn't go too poorly. And in the end, credit-wise, we spent 2,000 doubloons. So we earned 3,000 doubloons in the end. And obviously, if we had premium, we would have got more. But, you know, that's okay. And 7k and free XP as well, so that's awesome. Nice. Okay, let's head back to port and let's just show you the Republique in action. So yeah, we got some nice rewards in that last battle. So we got 400 steel, which is just awesome. Nice big wad of credits as well, and a heap of signal flags too, which is just always handy. And also I've got a devastating strike. I've not had one of those for a while. It's nice to have a devastating strike now and again. So let's just look at the Republique. So the Republique is the top French battleship. Of course, never existed. What does the actual tech tree say about the Republique? Because I can't remember what it actually says about her. A version of the battleship design of the post-war period. Her main distinguishing features were the very powerful anti-aircraft guns and the 431mm main battery guns, which were developed in late 1930s France. So yeah, big bloody guns. So survivability, 100%. You've got a good amount of hit points, 92,000 hit points. Very good torpedo protection as well. Artillery-wise, as I said, you've got 8 431mm guns. In the quad turrets, fore and aft, you only have 2 turrets though, so you've got to be a bit careful because you can get them disabled and you're in a bit of trouble. But your secondaries are not bad, and I've sort of gone for a slight secondary build, so I have about 10km range for my secondaries as well, so that is very, very useful too. And of course you do have a 26km firing range, which is just awesome. AA defense 95, very good. You've just swarming with AA guns. The smallest guns you've got on board are the 57mm, sort of the French version of, well, it's not really the pom-pom because they're just in dual turrets, but dual purpose sort of guns. The 57s, 127mm of course dual purpose, and then the 152mm dual purpose too. The 152 being the very big flak guns of course. Maneuverability sucks in this ship. It's very fast. That's the thing. Like all French battleships, it is faster than a greased whippet. It will go like the clappers. But it has the turning circle of a small planet and the rudder shift time of, well, you can measure it with a calendar. And concealment as well. It's not a very stealthy ship. As you can see, it's quite a large ship as well for what she's got. Armour-wise, though, it's not too bad. So if you look at the armour-wise, we've got 32mm of overall protection. Turret's 255mm with a 590mm front facing. The conning tower is 250. And then if we look at the actual citadel, you've got the curved in citadel. So quite good at taking a close broadside, but it does suffer a little bit at distance. 400mm citadel, 250 and 370 at the front. So you've got good citadel armour at the front. You can take some serious guns also at the aft as well. The citadel is quite well protected. These citadel torpedo bulkheads as well, you're not likely to get citadeled with torpedoes unless they're deep water, but even then it's quite tough armour around it. And as I say, you've also got the side plating of 32mm, and that's including your torpedo bulges and things like that. You can see there's a big gap between those areas. Deck armour is not so great, 32mm, but you have 150mm of deck armour below for your citadel. So again, you're pretty sturdy on the old armour front. So you can take a bit of a pounding if you need to. Yeah, that's about it really. So I actually really like this. I'm very happy. It's my first tier 10 ship. So, you know, you get very happy about that. So obviously the Alsace and the Richelieu are still there. I had to sell my Lyon, unfortunately, because I needed some money spare, because they're quite expensive boats, unsurprisingly. But yeah, the Republic is definitely a goer. I've enjoyed it so far. It's been an interesting ship. And I guess the last thing to show is Jean-Jacques Henri. Sorry, Jean-Jacques Henri. So I've got priority targeting as well as expert loader, expert marksman, which is mastered, so slightly better traverse speed, also adrenaline rush as well. So the adrenaline rush is very, very useful, of course, and that's a mastered skill. Last stand, basic fire control, so secondaries, obviously, and AA damage, and then manual fire control for secondary armament, which I forgot to actually click on the ship that I meant to fire at in secondary range, because I always do that when I go for manual fire control. But yeah, really cool ship, and I like it a lot. It's very, very cool. I also do have another ship that I will be playing a little bit sometime soon. Oh yes, yes it is mine. It's completely stock, but it is mine. I have a Bismarck. Yes, I have the Bismarck. So I will eventually play the Bismarck. And I mean, we know what that's like. We know what it's about. It is a Bismarck class. Well, I mean, the Bismarck Tirpitz. You know, they're very similar ships. Very tanky. Very cool back design of battleship back then. Very, very cool ship. Not great guns, but you know, that's the thing about it. Alright guys, until next time, this is me, Carl Screwzilla, wishing you all a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.